I hope you are all doing well on this Saturday. It is wonderfully beautiful outside today, and so much so that it actually inspired me to get my hair cut and get a blowout. Yes, it actually is me, the queen of messy crazy hair, Bethany. Hi! Yeah, it feels so strange to have my hair so silky. It's like I haven't had a blowout like this in forever. Probably, I was thinking today, the hairdresser asked me when the last time was. I said probably close to 2 years. It's been a long time, and now I'm thinking, why don't I do this more often? It feels so nice. But anyway, I hope you're all doing well, and I just wanted to have a catch-up video with you. And by the way, if I have little bits of hair on my face, I tried to get them all. I wouldn't even be surprised if you see some. But in any event, I wanted to talk today about some, now I have it fuzzy. Sorry. I wanted to talk today a bit, catching up on my progress of the princess dress. And it looks a bit wonky right now because there are little clips underneath holding this, the little bustly, side bustly part. And so I'll be taking that out, and then I have to attach the underskirts. So if that looks a little wonky, that's why. And also I haven't put the zipper in yet, so this is still kind of like, I have clamps holding it in the back, but it is not really fitting. And this is a smaller mannequin, the one that more closely fits my size, as opposed to the larger mannequin that I had that it didn't even, it was probably about 6 inches too small on that mannequin. So in this one, it's just about my size. It's probably just a little bit smaller than me. But the reason why it's looking kind of wonky, you know, first of all, it doesn't have my breasts in it, and the breasts on this mannequin, they're very small. Mine are much bigger. So it's one of those things that I always thought about getting, you know, to customize your dress form so it's more accurate to your size. I do need to look into doing that. I need to be a big girl, and I need to learn the stitches on my machine, learn how to use my serger better. I've been sewing for so many years now, and I still only do the basic stuff. I mean, I know how to do embroidery and things like that, buttonholes and all that, but I don't do as much as the machines are capable of doing, and I really need to learn that. Okay, besides that, I also wanted to show you, I got this week from Poshmark, and the listing said that it was from the 1920s. It is gorgeous. It is silk. It is dirty. And I believe it is handmade. It is so beautiful, and I am thinking that some way, somehow, I think somehow this needs to go with that, at least for it to take a photo. Just, you know, to have a beautiful memory. I'm gonna do my best to clean it, and I'm gonna do my best to do some kind of beading up here to go along with this. And it does just about fit, you know, I would need, you know, a different hairstyle than this, but it does just about fit. But I would like it to fit better rather than just sitting on top of my head, although an actual crown, that's what it would do. But if it was a flapper thing, it would go like that. So I don't want to make it go all the way down like that, but I do want to make it fit at least so it's snug on my head. It's not the same era, you know, we do things the Bethany way, and on my channel, we don't do things necessarily 100% period accurate. We do them period inspired. We do them era inspired. We do them the way that I want them, because I believe that, by the way, if I didn't apologize, sorry for the noise of the air conditioner. It's a beautiful day. I still need it on so I don't sit here and just pour sweat. Okay. I believe that even if I was alive in eras from the past, I would probably still be doing the same thing. I would be doing it my way. I would be looking at the styles and looking at what everybody else is doing, and I would do my own thing. So why can't I do that now? Especially now when there's so much more freedom to wear what you want. So yes, this might be from the 20s. That's fine. It's got, this is a little bit loose. Some of the bits are loose and I'm going to reinforce them, but my gosh, that is so beautiful. And I love that I found it. I mean, there's so many things on the internet, let's be honest, and it's kind of like thrifting. Like if you're gonna find something nice, you're gonna find it. You can't find everything, and other people find things that you kind of, oh, now my battery's low. Other people find things that you would love to find, but I believe that you're gonna find what you need. And I'm thankful for that, and I'm always blessed that God has put things in my sight. So, let me check my battery. Okay, I had to get my charger. You're plugged in. I had to figure out how to get it so that the tripod wasn't going to tip it over. Okay, we're back. So, the crown, that was wonderful to find. From the same seller, I also found these. And these just remind me of something that was probably from some performer. And they are gorgeous because they're old. There's something about, you can find silver sequins from the past and you can find silver sequins today, and they're different. They really are. I think this elastic is kind of a bit done, but if we just imagine another hair, how gorgeous, how beautiful. I just want to wear them in everyday life. I just want to sew with them. They're just so pretty. Yeah, so I got those, and I love the detail. If you can see that, just the little serpentine detail on the edges. Yeah, they're in beautiful shape, and I definitely love them. So I got those. Another thing before I do the update, another thing I got, I was contacted through the antique booth, which I went today to bring some new things, and it looks like I've had my second thing has been stolen, which makes me think, I wonder if it's the same person that stole the last thing. I have to figure out what it is. I was only able to be there for a couple of minutes, so I might have to wait until next week till I can get there and actually figure out what it is. But I checked and I didn't sell anything, so that's retail. I'm trying not to get too bummed about it, but yeah, leaving it in God's hands. However, I was contacted through the antique place and to a lady that came in wanting to sell a wedding dress from the 80s, and I got it. Now I know you can go to Goodwill, you can go to different thrift stores, you can find one. This lady was so sweet, and her story, and it just, I mean, I paid more than I would have liked because, I found this fabric for $3.99 per 3 yards, and I got several bags of it. That's the kind of price that I like to pay, especially if it's something, just that I'm just doing for my own fun. But I also prefer prices to be low if I'm doing it as materials to resell. I've never paid as much as I did for this. However, it still was an amazing deal, because a lot of things that I buy, AKA this, they're dirty. They need help. They need repair. And I'm used to sewing and cutting and dealing with spots and tears and all that stuff. So this time, I think it was just so refreshing to find something that was super spotless clean, and so many yards of fabric that I can use, and beading and everything. So I just wanted to share this with you. And it was definitely cheaper than I could get at any resale place. So I'm happy, I'm pleased with it. I'm gonna have to open it and hold you over it. It is, at least this is a peek at it. I'm not gonna take the whole thing out right now, but it is, clearly it's been cleaned and preserved, and it is beautiful. It really is beautiful. And well, I think I can open it this way. Yep, apparently I can open it. And there you go. So yeah, there are yards and yards and yards of skirt, and it is a very nice satin. It's from the 80s, like I said. So I'm totally thrilled with it, and I'm gonna make many, many, many things from it. And hopefully I will sell them, and hopefully they will not be stolen. Okay, I'm back. Now we're gonna talk a little bit more about this. So, one thing I have to say is on this pattern, which clearly has got a seamed bodice, you can see it's multi-paneled to do the corset top, and strangely enough, they did not ask you to bone this. I mean, it's gonna be saggy. It's, if you can see on the model, I'm not sure if you can see it clearly, if the camera's gonna focus, she's got bunching around her waist. Obviously the illustration shows it smooth, and that's the idea. That's what I really want. On her, you can see she's got one arm is covering it. Hold on. Sir, you ninny. You're being so silly today. The rug was a little bit bumped up because of the chair on it, so he's decided to attack it. Yeah, so I don't know if you can see that, but I thought, well, obviously it needs to be boned. So I did, of course you can't see it right now. Yeah, I did add boning at all but one of the seams. So yeah, because I want it to be fitted nicely and I want it to hold its structure. So that's one thing I did change. I also did a slightly like a variation on using the fabric, is this gold fabric has two sides, and obviously people would say that it has a right side and a wrong side. Well, so the majority of it I used this side, and then right here and the back two panels I used the opposite side. So it's acted more like an embellishment, and it's something that you can only see if you're really close, because you're really not going to notice it from far. But it just added another bit of sparkle at the front, along with that center panel that has the, you know, the sheer embroidered fabric over the gold brocade. So that's another thing. I also will not be adding the rows of buttons, because I think that's fine in that iteration, but I think on this center panel is more than enough embellishment for that. So again, it is a little bunchy because it doesn't have, it's not fitting this exactly perfectly. I think it'll start to look better once I put the zipper in. So I've got the two skirts, the satin and the other embroidered panels. I've got that all sewn together. So really the last thing I have to do is I have to finish the armhole edges of the sleeves. I have to put the zipper in. Well, I have to attach the skirts first. I have to put the zipper in, and then I have to hem the bottom skirts. And then it's gonna be done. And that's gonna be amazing. And I'm trying to decide where I want to take photos, because, you know, I go through all this, it's just for fun, it's just for me. Everybody's like, oh, what are you gonna do with it? What are you gonna do? It's like, I just want to have it. And then, you know what? After this, if I can get this successfully to work out, I want to make another one. I have gotten so much joy just from doing this, especially in light of all the sewing I've been doing for my booth. And I have a bunch of new things I have to photograph and list in my Etsy. And I have clothes that I have to resell, you know, of my own. It's been a lot, and I have found so much joy in just thinking that I would have this dress. And so that's why I'm doing it. And amazingly, it's been coming together so well that I'm getting so much pleasure just in the putting it together. It's like, wow, I'm so glad I did this. Like, what a bit of joy just to come to in my sewing room and just work on it a little bit every day. Oh gosh, I'm so thankful I did this for me. Yeah, that's it for that. And I just wanted to catch up with you. I have new hair and I have nowhere to go. But I did get some chocolates, so there's that. I'm sorry for all the itching. I can feel, you know, when you feel those little tiny hairs that you have, it's almost like cat hairs. It might be cat hairs actually, because when I came home I gave Tigre a lot of kisses. But other than that, I love you and I will talk to you soon. Stay abundantly inspired. Have a great weekend. Hope you stay cool, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.